Hey everybody, it's Matthew Heffington here again. I just wanted to give a brief review over the years from what I've used and what they refer to as Power Safety 1200 device. It does work. It's not something that you're always going to save a huge amount of money, but it still adds up when you look at month after month, year after year. It's still worthwhile. Not only does it tend to save a little bit of money as far as your electric consumption, but it can also help as a lightning surge protector. It's not a guarantee. Majority of these aren't really when it comes to the lightning, anyways, depending on how extreme it is and all. But it still will definitely lessen the chance of equipment failure by having that aligned. So it's kind of a double benefit as far as that goes. Basically, the device, all they really are is high powered capacitors in there to where they're storing up energy for when the devices need them to keep the amperage down for what it's doing. So it's a simple product, really. It's just capacitors within a little cabinet that will help prolong the life of your equipment as well because of it not drawing that higher amperage. That's one of the things that tends to wear out motors and stuff faster is the higher amperage, and that's primarily on startup. They'll say and state roughly, I believe it was 10, 15, and even up to 25 to 30% as far as savings. From what I've seen, at least in my experiences on the couple of places I've lived and used them, it's probably closer to 10 on the average. That 25 to 30% is when they're talking about when you're able to install that directly on your air conditioning system outside there with your disconnect area. And this is only on systems that are probably going to be 3 tons and bigger, where you potentially look at seeing that kind of savings. But it's probably going to be closer to the 4 and 5 ton systems where you're really noticing that difference. They basically tell you within the instructions when you install that device itself to check the amperage on the startup and running before the unit's actually installed, and then check it after the unit's installed. And if the amperage is less, then you can use the device on your air conditioner and get your maximum savings out of it. If it ends up more, then that means you can't install it that way and it'll have to be directly on your actual service panel itself. If you were to leave it on and it's drawing a higher amperage, you can actually cause damage to that system. So a lot of people don't see that or see that clarified within these advertisements when they put them out. But it's not just complete snake oil how a lot of people think or might assume when they see these power devices. However, I have seen lots of smaller versions that they'll claim excuse me, these little plug-in devices in your outlets and all. I've yet to really see those work though. I've tested and tried a few, and I couldn't really see any difference whatsoever with that. It sounds good. They sell them well and all, but as far as actually keeping that money in your pocket and a product to believe in, from what I've seen and with my experience, pass on the plug-in direct to your outlets. That's the reason why it is so easy to install is because it really doesn't do anything. Typically, you'll find with any of these industries, you have to have more advanced knowledge and be a skilled tradesman to put in some of the stuff that will actually help you. They've gotten better with these things over the years and all, but yeah, don't buy the little plug-in ones. You want to get the hardwired ones that go into your breaker panel or right there, basically to your air conditioning system. But the device does work. Hopefully, this answers some questions for some people, and maybe it'll save you some time and money, protect your equipment, make it last longer. And if there's any other questions regarding this device, feel free to contact me. Everybody have a good one.